Okay, we have started. We are online.
Okay.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome once again to another exciting episode of Who is Your Farmer? I'm your host, Olushola Idowu. I'm truly delighted to have you join us today. Our mission is simple. Our mission is simple to encourage everyday people to reconnect with food, health, and sustainable living right from the comfort of their homes. Today's episode is especially important because we've been talking about something many people are beginning to realize around the world: the health benefits of growing your own food at home. In a time when many people are becoming more concerned about what they eat, how their food is grown, and the increasing health challenges around us, growing even a small portion of your food at home is no longer just a hobby. It's becoming a lifestyle choice for healthier living. And to guide us through this very important conversation, we are honored to welcome a respected phytomedicine expert, researcher, and advocate for natural health solutions, Professor Idu. Professor Idu has spent years helping people understand the connection between plants and food and human health. And today, he will be sharing valuable insight that I believe will inspire many of us to take our health more seriously through home growing of food. And before we start, I also want to mention something very close to my heart. Over the years, I've noticed that many retirees and soon to be retirees struggle with staying active, staying healthy, and maintaining a strong sense of purpose after retirement. This is one major reason I will soon be hosting a special webinar titled Retire and Regrow, a live webinar showing retirees and soon to be retirees how to use urban farming, especially simple container gardening, to stay active, healthy, productive, and even save money by growing some of their own food at home. So if you or somebody you know is approaching retirement, please pay attention because I'll be sharing more detail later in this episode. Now, without taking more time, please join me in welcoming our special guest, Professor Idu. So, Prof, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, we go on now.
Yeah,
All right. Um, a very good topic for us to look at, and looking at health benefits of growing your own food at home. Um, Now, growing your own food at home is one of the simplest way to improve your health, save money, and ensure food safety. In Nigeria, for example, many nutritious plants grow easily in our backyards, containers, or small gardens. Now, growing your own food is a transformative practice that can help to bridge the gap between nature and your plate. Beyond the obvious advantages, having fresh ingredients for you to eat, cultivating a home garden offers a range of physical and mental health reward. I'll be looking at a few key health benefits of growing your own food at home. Now, the first one I will look at is the nutrient density. You'll be able to produce, when you grow your food at home, you kind of improve your nutritional value. When you harvest and you keep a food for a long time, it decreases its nutrient value. But when you harvest, and you eat, immediately you harvest or within the same period of harvest, you just find that you have a maximum amount of vitamins and nutrients. offered to your body. So the nutrient density is something that we can take for granted. The second one is the physical activity. Gardening is a physical form of exercise. The action of digging, planting, weeding, and watering improves cardiovascular health, flexibility, and muscular strength. So you can't, as you are weeding, as you are doing one work or the other, you are exercising your system, which is also very, very important for our body structure. The next one will be stress reduction. Spending time in green space has been scientifically proven to lower cortisol level. The rhythmic nature of garden maintenance provides a meditative effect that helps to reduce anxiety. So it has been proved in science that when we feature ourselves in our small gardens at home, we'll reduce stress. It also eliminates, the harmful pesticides that are all over the places now. Many have reported the use of pesticides, dangerous pesticide in large-scale farmings of vegetables and spices. But this can be eliminated if we're able to grow our own at home. You know what you are growing, you know what you are using, and you know that this is not kind of polluted with harmful chemical substances. So the last one we'll dive in here is it improves diet. Studies have shown that home gardeners are significantly more likely to meet their daily recommended intake of fruits and vegetables simply because the food is readily available. Now, let's look at some common Nigerian plants that we can grow. Now, before then, let's make a small introduction. Nigerian climate is exceptionally very suited for varieties of nutrient-rich plants. Here are some excellent candidates for a home garden. Now, we notice here that Nigeria is so blessed, and we have such an environment that anything can grow. And whatever thing that we're growing looks so great that it will come out better than it being grown in any part of this world. We have proved that over and over again, so we don't take it for granted. So you can easily grow your vegetables, you can grow your plants, your medicinal plants, your edible plants and all that, without fear of any kind of a diversion that it might not be, or it will not do well, or it will not be well structured if not boosted with some chemicals. So let's look at the first one, which is a scent leaf. It's usually normally called efirin in Yoruba, and is a hardy herb. It's a nutritional powerhouse. It contains essential oils like eugenol, which has antimicrobial properties and can help soothe digestive issues and respiratory problems. The second one is the fluted pumpkin, commonly called ugu. It's perhaps the most popular vegetable in Nigerian gardens. The leaves are incredibly high in iron and potassium, making them excellent for boosting food levels and supporting heart health. The third one is water leaf. This succulent plant grows very easily and is very rich in vitamin C, vitamin A, and omega-3 fatty acids. It's often used to support bone health and improves digestion due to its high fiber content. Number 4, bitter leaf, known as ewuro in Yoruba, onugbo in Igbo. This plant is celebrated for its therapeutic properties. It contains flavonoids and alkaloids that assist in regulating blood sugar levels, and supporting liver detoxification. The fifth one is our common curry leaf, frequently used to flavor stew and soup. Curry leaves are rich in antioxidants. They are traditionally used to improve eyesight, stimulate digestive enzymes, and may even help in managing cholesterol levels. Now, I'll make some repetition on some of these plants for emphasis and give some more details as we go through the next few slides. The first one we'll look at again is ugu, which is our fluted pumpkin. The health benefits: rich in iron, helps in preventing anemia, boosts blood production, strengthens immune system, good for pregnant women and nursing mothers, helps in detoxification of the body, especially the liver. And I ask a question: why grow at home? Number one, it grows very fast. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you can start harvesting them gradually. And it can grow in containers or at our backyards with minimal space. Always available fresh for soup, like a goosey soup, ogbono soup, and vegetable soup. The second one is bitter leaf. The health benefit: it regulates blood sugar, diabetic control. It improves digestion, helps to treat malaria symptoms, supports liver health, and improves appetite. Why grow at home? It requires little space. You don't need too much of space to grow your bitter leaf. It can be harvested repeatedly. As you harvest it, is growing more. Useful for soup, herbal remedies, and juices. Scent leaf is also a common one. It can be used to treat cold, cough. It helps to relieve stomach pains, has antibacterial and antifungal properties, helps to treat diarrhea, and boost immune system. We grow them at home because it's easily grown anywhere. You can put them in pots, requires minimal watering, and can be used fresh for pepper soup and herbal tea. Then we have moringa, very rich in vitamin A, C, and E, helps to reduce blood pressure, high blood pressure, improves blood sugar control, boosts energy and immunity, supports brain and heart health. Why grow at home? Is drought resistance, very fast to grow. Leaves can be used fresh or dried. Then we have okra. Helps to control sugar, blood sugar. It improves digestion, good for heart health, rich in fiber and vitamins, support weight management. For those of you that want to lose weight, you can turn your searchlight to okra. Why do we grow them at home? It's very easy to grow, produces fruits quickly, and can grow in small space. Quickly, let's look at the general health benefits of growing your own food at home. Growing your own food helps you to, one, eat chemical-free vegetables, get fresh and more nutritious food. You save a lot of money on grocery you buy outside. Things are very expensive now. So this is the right time for us to turn our searchlight into our home gardens. It reduces stress. Gardening improves mental health. It makes you to stay physically active and improves family nutrition. Other easy Nigerian plants to grow at home, apart from some of the ones we've mentioned before, like water leaf. We can also grow spinach, that's amaranthus, garden egg, solanum, pepper, and lemongrass. We'll turn now to simple home backyard garden plants using easy to grow and healthy plants. Step number one, choose your available space. You can grow food in backyards, compound corners, buckets, containers, sacks, old paint buckets, plastic containers. Even a small space is enough to start. Examples are those pictures we are seeing on our right-hand side. We see the ones that are grown in bako bags, even cement bags and all that, some in plastic containers. Now, simple home bag, okay, that well. Step two, best plants to start with. Start with easy and fast-growing plants like ugu, which can be harvested in 2 to 3 weeks, very nutritious, grows in small space. Scent leaf, easy to grow, it has a lot of medicinal benefits, grows in containers. Bitter leaf, long-term harvesting, good for herbal use. Number 4, okra, fast growing, requires very little care. Moringa, very nutritious and drought resistant. Step 3, container gardening, very easy method. You can use buckets, bags, paint containers, sack, fill with topsoil. Poultry manure composite mix. You can mix 2 parts of soil with 1 part of manure for effective growth of the plant. Now, these are substructures of back gardens that are very effective, and you see how they are growing very well. And even yams can be grown like this. You don't need too much space, and nobody will come and, because it's within your space, nobody will come and harvest them. You can easily put an eye on the plants that you are growing. Okay. Step 4, sunlight requirement. Most Nigerian vegetable needs 5 to 7 hours of sunlight daily. You can water once, either in the morning or in the evening. Avoid waterlogged areas and avoid shady areas. Step 5, watering guide. Morning watering happens to be the best time, very, very early in the morning before the sun comes out. And then if you can't do that in the morning, do that late in the evening when the sun goes down, maybe between that 5 and 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. Avoid afternoon watering because, we can't go into the details of that. Step number 6, simple weekly garden plan. If you want to start your own garden, you can use this weekly garden plan. Week 1, prepare your soil and then plant your seeds. The second week, you water regularly, remove the weeds that will be growing around there. Week 3, first harvest, you can start harvesting your ugu, scent leaf, in small amount. And week 4, you continue harvesting. Growing your own food helps to, I just want to make some emphasis on this again. I know we have said that before. It reduces stress, improves physical activities, eat chemical-free vegetables. It saves you a lot of money, improves family nutrition, just for the emphasis. So let's go ahead. Let's look at 10 easy plants that you can also grow within your backyard. Ugu, water leaf, scent leaf, bitter leaf, okra, pepper, garden egg, spinach, moringa, lemongrass. Okay, this plan is structured like a mini phototherapy. Okay, sorry, let me repeat that. This plan is structured like a mini phototherapy garden, combining ethno-medicinal knowledge with practical cultivation. It is suitable for your background in biomedical and herbal system and can scale from household use to a small herbal clinic supply unit. I will make some emphasis on this because you can actually make a lot of money by selling some of the things that you are growing within your back space. Now, garden design. You can make your garden design by using therapeutic zones. For instance, you can use a 3-part therapeutic zones. Zone A, you grow plants that have digestive and metabolic health features. You can have zone B, respiratory and anti-infective plants, and then zone C, blood, immune, and general wellness. Now look at this. They are in different sections. You can just grow them like this. It makes you to systematically appreciate what you are growing and what you are going to use them for. Now, number 2, let's look at some core medicinal plants. Say, for instance, in zone A, digestive and metabolic support. You have scent leaf, you have bitter leaf, you have lemongrass, and you have ginger. Uses: anti-diarrhea, anti-ulcer, blood sugar regulation, antimicrobial gut support, and detoxification. Then in your zone B, you can have your respiratory and anti-infective. You have your moringa, your neem, as a director, you have your garlic, and then you have your turmeric. And in your zone C, you have your plants that can be used to boost blood. You have anti-inflammatory plants, and then general wellness, aloe vera, pawpaw, then you have guava, then you have your zobo, then uses blood purification, antioxidant therapy, wound healing, anti-malaria support. And number 3, cultivation system. Option A, you can have a backyard bed of size 1 meter by 2 meter beds. Put a small pathway in between the beds. And then option B, you can have buckets, sacks, and drums. Ideal for urban areas, like Abuja, Lagos, and co. Then you can have container setup, that's 60% topsoil, 30% organic manure, and 10% sand as your startup. Now, number 4, environmental requirements: light 5 to 7 hours per day, water once a day, soil pH between 6 and 7, proper drainage, avoid waterlogged. Simple home remedy preparations. Some of this just for our information. You can standardize basic formulations. Number 1, decoction by boiling. Bitter leaf plus scent leaf, for instance, used for malaria and digestion. You can do infusion like tea. And then you have lemongrass and ginger used for cold and stress. And then you have powder, like dry powder leaves of moringa used as a supplement. And then number 4, you can have extracts, crude extracts, like garlic, turmeric, used as antimicrobial plants. Number 6, safety and standardization. This is very, very important to take note. Ensure that the plants are properly identified by a botanist. If you don't properly identify those plants, it can cause more problems than we think. So the plants must be properly identified. We must avoid overdose when we are using them. Keep those records. Just keep a record of what you are taking. Avoid mixing too many herbs indiscriminately. Be very careful if you are pregnant or you have chronic illnesses, and don't take too many herbs indiscriminately to avoid drug-herb interaction. Number 7, expansion potentials. This is very strategic. The garden can evolve into a herbal clinic supply unit and training demonstration garden for students, phytochemical research base, for higher scientific base for the plants. Then you can be a good source for income. You can sell the fresh or dry herbs for funds. And that you can do carefully, packaging well packaged and then well dried according to specific recommendations, and can be sold in the market. Number 8, weekly maintenance protocol. Weeds removal within the first and 1 to 2 times in a week. Organic fertilizer can be applied if needed. To me, we can avoid that. Maybe every 2 weeks if you have to. Pruning can be weekly, and harvest can be rotational. Now, if you want to go a little bit higher, you can have a professional upgrade. Given your goal, for instance, in traditional medicine education, you can integrate herb labeling, that's the botanical name and the local names. You can even have a QR code, plant database, and then student training modules, for some students that will be interested in knowing more about the plants that you are growing at, within your backspace. And then you can write out your standard operating procedures. That will also be very good, especially when you want to raise the standard of your materials for NAFDAC registration and any other thing that you would need them for. So that's how we have gone. Thank you very much. Uh, I believe you've gained one or two things, and then I'm ready for questions.
Okay, Prof. Okay. I want to say a big thank you for that impactful delivery of your lecture. So, people, please start asking your questions. You can post it here. Kindly post your questions, please. Okay, I can see people are still telling us where they are from. There's somebody watching from Houston, yeah, all the way from US. Somebody watching us from Delta State, from Warri. There's another person watching us from Abuja. You're all welcome. Somebody is watching us from Jigawa State. You're all welcome. So please start. Let's start asking our questions now. Okay. Before we start having questions to come, what of Mr. Aziz Salau? You want to ask us some questions?
Yes, good evening, sir. Thank you very much for taking us through the slides. I just want to ask. So I think I was attending a conference. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And there was this about medical person that was there. So we did some sort of examination, and it was saying. So I was going to ask: are there uh, herbs or plants that can be used for detoxification? Because what we are used to is they will say we should get Epsom salts, then ginger and all of those things, but some people say it doesn't work. So with your own experience, apart from maybe drugs, what plants or things can we use to really detox our system? I was going to ask that, and I don't know if you can do justice to that. Thank you.
All right. I did mention two plants. I'm just concentrating on simple plants that many of us will be, can lay our hands on. I try to avoid some complex ones that you might not even know where to get them. But I often recommend that you do bitter leaf detoxification every week to remove toxins and some other harmful chemicals within your system. If you can take Saturdays or you can take Sundays, just take some bitter leaf. Please don't blend it. Use your hand to squeeze it and squeeze the water out. I don't know, but we have found out that apart from using your hand, you may not get the good results that is expected. We have not been able to get the scientific reasons for that, but we just noticed that it's better you use your hand to squeeze it and don't throw away the first water that comes out. It has a lot of saponins, but it's very, very good for your system. So you can also use your normal scent leaf. Yeah, both of them are very effective for detoxification. So those ones are the ones you can easily lay your hands on, and they are easily found around, within your vicinity, and you can grow them at the back of your houses. Did I answer your question now?
Yes, but is there a time to take it, or we can just take it, squeeze it, and take it? Is it on empty stomach or any time of the
Yeah,
day?
I often recommend that you take it first thing in the morning before your meals.
Okay. Okay.
Mm. But if you
All
have,
right.
um, if your sugar level is low, please take it after meal.
Okay, okay. No, I think the sugar level is normal.
If
It's
it's
just
normal, you can take it
some
before, you can
getting
take
part
it.
of the stomach.
Yes, yes, yes.
All
So,
right. Thank you very much.
my pleasure.
Okay. Mr. Aziz, thank you so much. I started receiving questions now. Where can we get seeds for planting?
I don't think we have problems with that. There some of them grow by cutting, so you can look around. You will see um, some cuttings you can use. Just plant them at the back of your house. You can even go to the market. When you get to the herbal markets or markets where they sell all this agbo and all those stuff, you can request. You might be lucky to get some seeds from them. I've bought some seeds from them, before now, so I know that you can easily get from them. So basically, you can get from your neighbor, or you can get from the market.
Okay. The next question says, thank you, Prof, for a great presentation, very enlightening. Can we have the presentation? So let me answer that. We always have
Mm.
our presentations on the YouTube channel. So just you can rewatch it anytime you want. Are there vegetables you do not advise we attempt growing at home, especially if we are using containers?
The vegetables I'm encouraging us to grow are those ones that are very edible, like spinach, green. It's just something, and that thing grows very well. You can get the seeds from the market. Just use it. Ugu is also very good, but you must learn the indigenous techniques. There are indigenous techniques for growing ugu, within your back space to be able to get a maximum yield. So, but if you are not too knowledgeable, you can grow it, but make sure that you arrange your sticks properly, so that they can have a bed, and the the fruit can easily grow down, and it won't be, unnecessarily uh, pushed upon by people that are passing by or thereabout. So I don't think that there are terrible vegetables around. Most of the ones that we are looking at are those ones that you can easily make. You can easily grow within your vicinity, and you know them. I will have been able to say, okay, let me add some more vegetables and all that, but I deliberately had to put it within what I know that 99.5% of everybody listening to me, we have access to, and you'll be able to get used to it. There's a book I'm writing on vegetable and spices in Nigeria, and it's amazing. There's so much of vegetables and spices that are used in this country. But the ones that are used commonly within your vicinity, grow them. You might not even see the ones that I've presented as very useful when you compare to the ones that are grown within your vicinity. Many states in Nigeria grow a lot of vegetables within their environment. So grow the ones that are within your environment and utilize them maximally.
Okay. Good day, sir. Thank you for the teaching. Plan for ulcer that can be planted at home. That's a serious one.
That's a serious one. We can talk about that outside here. Mhm.
Outside.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. And you can go over the teaching of what I had here, and you also
Okay.
see, but that might not be all, but at least um, it helps you to see how to minimize the pains. But there are a lot of things you can do. There are quite a lot of habits you can stop that will also help you to, cope with things like ulcer and all that stuff. And you must learn to drink a lot of water. Learn to drink a lot of water. Try to make sure you have your breakfast, no matter how small. do something that's as simple as taking your breakfast. And I also advise that for some that form the habit of chewing gums early in the morning, you are hurting yourself and it might just be dangerous as you think. Don't chew a gum more than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you must throw them away. That's just okay. Because you're activating those enzymes that are in the stomach and they can cause real problems for you, you know. But there are some few plants that you can take and it can also be of help, especially for ulcer patients. I did mention
Okay.
one. Yeah, please go ahead.
Well, for me, I can't find any other questions.
There are other questions, Mal.
The other questions?
Yeah, someone is
I can't.
asking, how do someone take plant or herb without taking
Okay,
overdose?
okay, Diana. Okay, okay.
Okay. Um, the person, okay, if it's just vegetables, uh, the toxicity level is usually very, very high as accommodating. For instance, we're debating in a conference on bitter leaf. And for you to take the amount of bitter leaf that will be dangerous to your system, you must be taking enough of bitter leaf that is enough to fill this house. you know. So it's a long toss. So you can eat your bitter leaves, you can eat your common leaves. Most of those vegetables have been worked on, and they are non-toxic. They are easily absorbed by the body and utilized for our healthy pathway. So the ones that are very complex are really, really complex. There are some plants that are very complex. They are toxic in large quantity. Unfortunately, we've also found that some can be toxic in low quantity, so you have to take them in minute quantity. So, but what we're looking at is not those kind of plants. The plants are so many, and what we're looking at is the ones that we can easily grow, within our vicinity, within our environment. And those ones that we can grow within our environments, you can eat as much as you want. I always suggest that you can have vegetable meals in the evenings. Can have put your vegetables together, steam them a little bit, and then have a good meals in the evening. You look healthy, your skin will come out. Your skin will surely come out, and then you will feel so happy. That every morning you go to the toilet, and your gut system will thank you for it.
Okay. Thank you. There's another question here. Thank you, sir, for the presentation. Sir, what are the mosquito or repellent plants that we can plant in our own houses? And how can we make use of them to prevent ourselves from mosquito attack?
The common one I often say is the lemongrass. Um, you can plant it around your homes, and then maybe once a while you take pot some and put them in pots and boil them up, make a decoction, and then drink. We try to look at it, and we notice that the the aromatic things that comes out from your system, from your skin, when you take lemongrass as a repelling ways against mosquitoes. So the one I can easily hold on to now is lemongrass.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Prof. I can't see any other question now. Are we done with questions? Are we done with questions? Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. My pleasure always.
Okay. So let's take the closing remark. Wow, what an insightful and enlightening session this has been. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, wisdom, and practical insight with us today, Professor Edu. I believe many people listening today now understand that growing your own food is not just about farming, it's about better health, better nutrition, greater awareness of what we consume, and ultimately a better quality of life. One thing that stood out clearly today is this: even small home garden can make a meaningful difference in our physical health, emotional well-being, and daily lifestyle. And honestly, this is one of the reasons I'm deeply passionate about urban farming, especially for retirees and soon to be retired. Because beyond the food itself, gardening and container farming can help people stay physically active, stay mentally engaged, and feel purposeful again, and enjoy healthier living in a simple and practical way. And once again, I want to remind everyone about my upcoming webinar, Retire and Regrow, a special live webinar designed to help retirees and soon to be retirees discover how urban farming and container gardening can help them stay active, healthy, and productive even without owning land. So please watch out for registration details very soon. And to everyone watching or listening today, thank you for spending this time with us. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and continue encouraging others to grow what they eat and eat what they grow. Until next time, I remain yours, Olusola Idowu. Stay healthy, stay active, and remain blessed. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, and God bless you too.